Hi everyone, Drini here, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to go back to Mines of Dalarnia because in our last video, where we are in the midst of an ABC correction. So you have the A wave right here, the B wave lower high, and an eventual C wave correction somewhere in the future. So the problem with this is because we are still in the middle of the B wave, so it's hard to establish where things will potentially play out. How do we know it's a B wave? If candles start to close below this fifth wave high right here, this is how we know that we are in the midst of a downtrend before an eventual new structure that will hopefully bring us to the upside. From a buying opportunity standpoint, this makes DAR quite a tricky proposition because on one hand, we need more confirmation whether or not this is a B wave high. Because if this is a B wave, then you know that there's an upcoming C correction right here. And there you go. Now that we have a little bit of confirmation that unfortunately we are not going to pick back up and we are still in the middle of the C wave, let's dive into the charts to see what we can see, okay? So with DAR, unfortunately, we did confirm that this massive wave right here is a big ABC. How do we know that? That is because we have broken structure twice. So because we have broken the EMAs right here, and on a 4-hourly time frame, we appear to start forming a bearish cross right here, then this is how we know that the ABC is much larger than we thought when it comes to DAR, and we may go on a downtrend from here. So you may be wondering, if we're going on a C wave correction now, how low can we potentially go? So this is where I really need to repeat this over and over until all of you really understand it. C waves are very unpredictable. It is very hard to establish where the exact bottom will be because once again, if we know how to do that, we would all be billionaires by now. So instead, when dealing with C waves, there are a couple of things that we need to do. One is we have to identify key support levels that it needs to hold. And the other one is we have to identify what structures are forming in this C wave so that we will be able to identify trend breaks of the downtrend. So if we're trying to find support levels at the moment, right now we are around here. If you notice there was a wick here, why is that? Because this is a particular key support area right here of around $2.97. The other key support area that we have to account for is, of course, this bottom right here when we initially broke structure, which is around $2.80. So there are only two support levels that we have identified earlier. And you may be wondering, what if we fall down from there? Are we screwed? So we have identified support levels. What now? We also have to understand the structures that's currently forming for the C wave so we know how to deal with it moving forward. Right now, if we look at this particular structure right here, we appear to form a broadening descending channel right here. So for those of you who are not aware what a broadening descending channel is, price would start to oscillate between the structure, and as long as we do not break the upper trend line, we will continue to keep going down from here. So a potential scenario that may play out for DAR is you would have something like this, where price would start to oscillate. You would think that it's picking back up, but it starts to oscillate, etc., etc. So if you're looking to come into DAR, what do you do now? So this is where understanding where we are becomes very useful. Because remember, for C waves, it is very unpredictable. We cannot time the bottom. So if you want to come in, that's pretty easy. This particular area right here is your DCA zone, where you can just come in, and the goal is you're planning to hold DAR long-term anyway. So during the C wave, regardless of where the C wave is, if you have available funds, then DCA. If it goes lower, then DCA. If it goes lower, then DCA. Why is that? You're trying to lower the average price before the eventual continuation to the upside. It is not about trying to win every single trade. Rather, it is putting yourself in the best long-term position so that when Mines of Dalarnia picks back up, then your multiples are higher as compared to really try to go in and out the market. If you are a little bit more risk averse, one thing that you can also do is wait for the eventual breakout of this upper trend line right here to happen. Because what's going to happen is you're going to break out of here, and when it back tests this trend line for support and holds it, then this is confirmation. This support area is strong and we can continue our upside from here. But again, for both situations, not financial advice. If you like that video, hit like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, let me know what you think in the comments. If you also have other gaming cryptos that you would like me to look at, just leave it on the comments below and I'll take a look at it in the future. Until then, take care everyone. Bye bye.